Hey, 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 what's up? I'm gonna be doing a surprise stream over lunch here. And that's it. This is it right now. Surprise. Um, so let's get started. We're gonna start working on Photographer. We just finished up with monitoring last night. Let's get some more hacking done on lunch. So the first thing we're gonna do is get our notes prepped, and then we'll get the VM going. This one wanted to be in VirtualBox. So we'll go to Tools, Import, Local File System. We'll import from our Downloads folder, Photographer OVA. And then where do we want to store this? That seems right. Yep, that's good. So we're importing. Alright, we got that all imported. Let's go ahead and power it on and see if it works. I forgot to check the network. I usually do that before I boot it up. It looks like this is gonna be... yeah, change network settings. Mambo number 5 as always, and then it should boot for us. Ooh, what a beautiful sound. I forgot about that old Ubuntu boot noise that the workstations make. Music to my ears though. Wow, it's been a while. What is this room called? Photographer. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Spam myself on the internets. Hey. Thank you, I appreciate it, Sun Phoenix 22. And thanks for joining. Welcome to the surprise lunchtime stream. Surprise! It's nothing too crazy. We're just going to be setting up Photographer and doing an initial scan. Well, that's not what we want to see. Cool. Terminal's already set up from last night. Let's see if we can find this guy on the LAN. Discover I eat 0. I'm not seeing it. Although I shouldn't be looking for VMware because that's not what it's going to say. It's in VirtualBox. So we're looking at this IP right here, I think. And we can double check with the last 6 of the Mac if we want. I feel pretty fairly confident that that's the right one, but let's double check just to be sure. I don't want to be tipping over my my Roku TV or anything like that. Go to attack the wrong thing. Not that I could, but you know. Let's stay in scope if we can. Details. Well, show me the details. There's something. BE50D. So we have the correct one. This is our IP address. Let's go ahead and copy that over into the notes. And let's fire off auto recon. Get the IP address in there. There was something else. What do we want? Single target. Okay. Well, let's increase verbosity. So that's kind of cool. I forgot that that feature was there. So if you're using, hey, Script Kid Cuddy, how's it going? Thanks for joining. We're running an auto recon scan, and I was just pounding around on the keyboard, and I saw this little message saying that I'm increasing and decreasing verbosity, and that's kind of cool. I like when tools let you change the output level as it's running. Just a little fun thing to see there. We have one port open so far, port 8000. Let's go explore the web server. Holy smokes, forgot to close all this down from last night. IP address and port 8000. It's running kind of slow. Almost like it's not running at all. Koken API error. Okay, so this might not actually be a web server. The theme is not able to make contact with your Koken installation. What the heck is Koken? I've never heard of that. We'll do some A+ troubleshooting. Well, now we're getting a different result here. What's going on? I wonder if it's still loading, and this is just like an error from while it was loading. Built with Koken. If we refresh this, does it work now? Yeah, so it was just initializing. We tried to load it in the middle of initialization, which broke it, apparently. Why don't we just see if Koken is vulnerable? I've never heard of it. Seems like it might be vulnerable to something. Koken. Arbitrary file upload. Let's take a look at that. Can't hit the right keys today. Arbitrary file upload. Authenticated, so we'll need some kind of credentials. Possibly. Koken CMS upload. Restrictions are based on the list of allowed file extensions. The with list. Yeah, the with list. Which facilitates bypass through the handling of the HTTP requests via burp. Steps exploit. Create a malicious PHP file with this content. Save as image.php.jpg. So it seems okay. We're gonna have to get on the CMS dashboard, and then we'll do import content. But it's a pretty basic PHP web shell. I'm gonna kill that noise. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Cut it out. There. So we're going to upload it as image.php.jpg, which will get it past some filter, apparently. And then, but to get there even, we have to get logged in. So, how do we log in? Let's kind of do some browsing around here and see what we can see. Oh, what's this? There's already a shell.php file on here. Someone's already exploited it. Shell.php is there as well. Is this the same page? Timeline, content, essays. Probably don't need that anymore. So if someone actually has already exploited this, I'm kind of confused. So is it part of the VM? Captured July 20th. This doesn't seem to be working. Or it's like a reverse shell and it's never gonna finish loading. Who knows what's going on? Content. Shell 1. It's not even letting us download the file. Oh, okay, we got more ports that are open now. Looks like SMB port 80 is also running some kind of web thing. Let's check that out. Oh, very nice. Okay, so this is more of the, I guess, welcome that we were expecting, right? It kind of shows the name of the box and all that good stuff. And it's a very nice, I don't know what you would call this. Like a photography site where you would show off your portfolio, possibly. Very cool looking, very sleek. Prep OSCP machine. Yep, okay. So we are running Koken on this page as well. Was there a version on this exploit? 2224. This is Koken something or another. 2224. Oh, this is the vulnerable version. So we definitely want to put this exploit in our back pocket here. Probably going to need to get some sort of credentials to exploit it. I'm sure eventually we'll find a login page here somewhere. Or maybe we just take the existing shell file and use that. I'm not quite sure yet how this is going to work. This is still not loading. Okay, here is well, this is kind of what you'd see from like the pen test monkey shell. So, you know, I almost wonder if the creator of this box didn't mess up and just kind of leave this behind if they were testing it. Because it's possible that we could just SMB into it. 175. No, it doesn't have anything. Well, yeah, Samba Share. Okay, it does have something. So if it's anything like the other similar boxes I've done, this is just going to let us upload directly to the root of the web's page. Maybe not. We'll see. Oh, okay, this is not what I expected. But we do have some stuff we can pull down. Get mailsent.txt, get wordpress.backup.zip, and then let's check those files out. To do. Your site is ready now. Don't forget your secret, my baby girl. So I'm assuming the password is baby girl, and then we're probably gonna have a username, DAISA. So now we just need to find the login portal, and we should be able to break in. Let's see, did we get anything in the scans? Some generic page. It's not what we want. You know, did it say in the exploit where we're supposed to upload this to? Is this the exploit? Create malicious PHP file, save as images, authenticated. Go to Koken CMS dashboard. How do we find the CMS dashboard? Is it here? Possibly? No, what just happened? What is going on? Doo-doo-doo. Alright. Oofta. On burp, rename your file. So what is this, an example call of renaming the file? Well, what is this page? Let's see if we can go to this page. Maybe that's the dashboard we're looking for here. Now it works. So can we just like hop in here and see what's going on? Oh, weird. Okay. How do we log in? So this is like the same structure as what we saw in here. Except we're visiting content.php. No, index. Koken index content instead of API. So we need to use the... Oh, what's this? /admin. Ask me for my username and password, please. Discord, LOL. I missed it. What's funny? I don't get the funny. Hey, look, we have a login. What did I miss? Is there some... Oh, the Yeah, okay, that was probably around the time I was getting bombarded with Discord noises. Yeah, I gotta remember to turn that off. I swear, Discord, they gotta be working on the attention getting algorithm. Or it's just our room. Maybe our channel is like really good at being interactive with each other, but I swear Discord is watching me sometimes, because I'll go to put my phone down, and as soon as I set my phone down, Discord starts chiming, and then it just happens at the weirdest times. I don't know. They're always trying to get your attention, and I feel like Discord is putting more money into it recently than anybody else. And then they have the really good algorithm that they use if you boost the server, but if you're not boosting the server, they just use like the crappy old algorithm for notifying people. Who knows? So we have admin page. Where did that email go? We found an email, and that gave us a username and password. And then the password is baby girl, I think. Oh, it's supposed to be an email address. Goodness. But this is an email, so we could probably use... Aha! We'll use this as the login. And then the password is baby girl. I think baby girl. So if this works, we will be authenticated, and if we're authenticated, we can upload a shell, and if we can upload a shell, we can get access to this box. And it looks like we were able to authenticate successfully. Cool, let's update our notes. We're getting pretty far here. Don't want to miss out the documentation side of it. We found the IP with NetDiscover. Good. Wow. Yeah, our notes definitely need some love. Hey, good day to you, Big Wood. Good to see you around here. So we're supposed to be able to upload content, and we need to upload a malicious PHP payload. So let's copy the pentest monkey PHP reverse shell, and then we'll get rid of some of these comments. And change the IP to our localhost, which is, who knows at this point, 109. Better make sure numlock's turned on or it won't work. Oh my goodness. And then the port, we're gonna go with 4444. And let's rename it to shell.php.jpg. Well, let's do like the exploit says. Let's go image php jpg. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, we forgot to document this stuff. Let's get it written down. Alright, what did we do? Scan found ports 80 and 8000 open. These ports are running. Well, let's break it down by port. Port 80 open. Koken? Was it Koken? Yeah, like token with a K, right? 02224. Let's go back to port 80 and just view like the home page, get a nice screenshot of it. And let's pop open the Wappalizer view as well. That'll be nice to include in a screenshot. Boom, boom. And then let's highlight that we're using that, oh, not magic wand, shape. CMS, Koken 2224. Oh my gosh. I need to like zoom in on my whole desktop so I can not click the wrong button. Make fat buttons to avoid fat fingers. Port 8000 is open, and this seems to be I don't even know what to call this, to be honest. It's like some different site. Yeah, it's like a different hosting a different Koken site. This one appears to already been compromised by and then we'll put the screenshot of that content in there with shell.php. And then we found that port 445 was also open. Hey, haircut fish. Bigwood, what are you using for notes? I usually leverage Cherry Tree for Kali. Bigwood, I'm using Obsidian. I'm kind of in, I don't know, I'm probably going to move away from Obsidian here soon. But I guess I like it for what it is. It's not a bad markdown editor. Hello, Nick. It's Nate, actually, but thanks anyway. I came over from the Work Smarter Discord. Unless you're saying that your name is Nick, then nice to meet you, Nick. Is that rendering MD as you write it? What sorcery is this? Yes, it is. Okay, so I guess let's do a little side feature of Obsidian. Obsidian is a markdown editor, and the way I have it set up, it's kind of neat. Just a second here. All right. So you can open up different panels, right? So this is just the one panel view, where I only have one little window of my notes open, and I'm only showing this photographer note right now. But you can switch between the editor view and the rendered view. Okay, so that's like kind of magic trick number one. If you've ever used Joplin, it's very similar to how Joplin works in that regard. And then the next thing is that you can do like multi-panel. So I can just well, I don't know how to do it right now, actually. Open a new pane. They're called panes, I guess. So then we can do side-by-side notes. We can do drag and drop, kind of like if you're in an IDE and you want to have multiple panes and you're working with. You can resize them. And then the cool thing, which is like what I was just using, is to link your panes. So we can have photographer. So let's click here and we'll navigate to the photographer notes. Where, oh where? Of course it's going to be down below all these. So now we have the same notes open on both. We can go link with pane, and we'll link it to this pane, and then in one of them we'll have the rendered view, and in one of them we'll have the editing view. And then when we scroll, the scrolling is locked. I mean, as locked as it can be. Obviously these pictures are expanded over here, so the scrolling ratio is just a little bit different, but it works pretty well once you get a completed page. And so now that these are linked, whatever I open in one will open in the other. let's open up Cybersplate, for example. This is a pretty good long one that we can scroll through. But you'll notice as I scroll through here, we could say like it worked is right here. Well, it's right here as well. So as we scroll, we see they're both scrolling. And obviously it doesn't line up perfectly, but it's better than nothing. So if you haven't used it before, I would recommend taking a look at it. Literally switched over to Notion. I haven't used Notion, haven't even heard of it. But I do enjoy taking notes in Markdown. But at the same time, I don't know. For reporting purposes, I feel like Microsoft Word might be more useful as far as like getting a job and creating a pen test report. So I've learned how to use that, and I'm not as in love with Markdown as I was at one time, but it's good to know Markdown, right? And this was a good way to learn it. And I have this hooked up to a GitHub website, so anytime I get pushed to this repo of my notes, it like republishes the website for me, and that's how I host all my notes. So it's kind of a neat little way that there was little overhead to get a website set up where I can host my notes at. So let's continue on with this. Port 445 had a Samba share that we logged into that allows anonymous login. We found a file called something email. We found a copy of an email with the following this content. We gather the admin's username. The admin's name is Deja, maybe? Deja? The admin's name is Deja. Her email address is deja@photographer.com, and the password may be baby girl. After hunting around, we found an exploit for Koken 2224 for Koken 2224. And this one was EDB something or another something. $48706. Let's copy the link, maybe. Copy link address. $48706. Let's see, in the exploit, we see the admin panel can be found at target.com/koken/admin. According to the exploit, we should be able to upload a file with JPG extension, and then, okay, instead of just saying a file, we should be able to upload a reverse shell PHP payload with JPEG extension, and then change it to PHP. To get a reverse shell. Cool. I'm sure my grammar is on point here. We can come back and look at that later. I do write-ups for Try Hack Me. I started on OneNote, but it would copy over to my blog on Blogspot. So then I tried KeepNote and it was alright, and then Cherry Tree, which I liked, but it kept crashing, so I went back to KeepNote. And then yesterday I went for Notion, which I really like so far. That's pretty awesome. It's kind of fun exploring the different options for note-taking apps. Who knew there would be so many options for note-taking apps? I struggled with OneNote as well. It always wants to paste all of your content in like an iframe or some crap, which I'm not a huge fan of. I do really like OneNote for note-taking, and if that's where your notes are going to live and it's just a reference point, absolutely, I enjoy it. I don't like some of the features, where's my quotes here, some of the features that are in OneNote. Yeah, it's kind of painstaking. There's probably a way to turn it off. Like for example, you can get past that iframe thing with, I think, Control-Shift-V for paste. If you didn't know that, you're probably like, what? When I learned that, it blew my mind. Okay, we got an upload page, we got a shell. Let's upload our shell. Add. How do we upload something here? Library. Create new content. Import content. Upload. Should I just drag and drop it then? One item's uploaded. Okay, here it is. Found it. Can I rename it in here? Can't rename it in here. Gonna have to use the API to rename it. So I actually have to get going in a little bit here. I'm gonna get as far as I can, but once the clock gets to about 12:50, I'm gonna have to hit the road. Gonna have to go back to work. Let's see. See if we can get a shell at least before then. Use the API to rename it. Use the API to rename it. What the heck is going on? I don't understand why this is broken apart like this. Content disposition over and over again. Rename your file to image.php. Is this all a single post? Upload sessions start. Max download. I don't know what the heck this is doing. It doesn't seem right though. To just paste that in there? That doesn't seem right. I wish I could just change the name here. Or even better yet, I wonder if I could just upload a PHP file. Why make it more difficult than it needs to be? Let's check that, because if that works, there's no point in trying to work around it. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, yep, it's mad about the PHP file extension. So we do have to rename that file. But that doesn't seem right. It just seems like a lot of extra detail in the API call. But whatever, let's copy this all over to we're making a post call to Koken API. I suppose we better use like Zap or something, right? Racing against the clock, we got 3 more minutes left. Is it going to make me log in again, or is it just going to say you're good? Alright. So our username, let's get this on a separate line so we can easily copy it. And the password may be baby girl. Cool. Let's copy that. Incorrect? What do you mean? I don't think so. I think it's right. Deja Photographer. That's the same email address. Did I spell it wrong or something? I'm probably using like capital letters or something silly. Or the password's not the same anymore. Or we're logging into the wrong one. That could be it. Yeah, okay, so it is just gonna let us in. Because we're already logged in Firefox, and it's using the same cache. So we have the most recently uploaded thing here. Now we're gonna turn on our break. So add the site to scope, turn on the break, and then send some request. And then Zap should catch it, and it should say, what do you want to do next? But it's not working. Just click on that bad boy. Come on. Just brute. Come on. Koken admin. API. What are we trying to make requests to? Oh, alright, I gotta go. I got 10 minutes to get ready for my meeting. So, I appreciate anybody who is here, who is still here. Thank you for joining me over this lunch hour as we did some fun stuff. And tonight, join us again around 10:30 Central Time. Tyler Ramsby will be streaming. I think he's doing the new Active Directory room from Try Hack Me. So same Twitch channel, you'll see it here. Tyler Ramsby will be doing that. He'll be starting from square one, I believe. So if you want to follow along, it'll be pretty easy. So yeah, we'll see you tonight. Thanks for watching. Hey, what's up, guys? I am doing the first ever non-live recording that I've done anyway. I'm sure Tyler's done one before, but so the reason I'm doing this is because today is Tyler's day to stream. I don't want to get in the way, and I don't know if he wants to start early or what, but I was feeling ambitious, feeling like working on Photographer, so we're working through some VulnHub boxes, and currently we're working on Photographer. Today during lunch we did some more of it. Got some pretty good progress today over lunch, so I'm feeling like I want to work on it a little bit more and see if we can't root this bad boy before Tyler's stream starts, cause he's gonna be doing some cool AD stuff, I think, and I want to keep in there with that as well. So this is kind of nice. I don't have to worry about the chat, but I do miss you guys. I miss all the chat and stuff, so looking forward to coming back. What are we doing? So we found an exploit, EDB 48706. We need to change, what was it? We need to change something. Steps. Create a malicious PHP file. Did it. Save the file. Did it. Upload the file. Did it. Rename the file. Alright, so step 4 is to rename the file. And we're gonna just copy all this stuff here. This doesn't seem right, but oh, I get it. It's multi-port forum data. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was so confused by this earlier. I thought this was some kind of cookie value, and I'm like, why do they keep repeating the cookie over and over in here? It's not. This is a boundary. It's like a delimiter for the multi-part form data. So we should be able to just copy pasta. I guess we may need to change a few things. Like this part here, I mean, that's the content. We shouldn't have to add that. Image. No, don't you dare. So this is saying name equals name, name equals chunk, name equals chunks, name equals upload session start. Is this uploading and changing the name? File name equals image JPG. Name equals file. It never uploads as image.php.jpg. It doesn't even reference that. So how is it gonna know what we're trying to do here? I don't know, seems kind of fishy to me, but let's give it a shot, whatever. So we're gonna do one of these. Where is the manual request maker? We're gonna get rid of all that. We'll keep it in there. So indecisive. And then we'll just kind of go through and swap out the relevant things for the relevant things. So we're gonna be changing 175 is what we're after. We're making a post to Koken API content. So make that go here. We'll leave the host alone. User agent looks good to me, except we want to do ** here. And then accept encoding. I'm going to skip that. I don't think we actually need that. Content type, though, that's going to be important. Content type is multi-part. And then did we have a session ID? We'll have to steal the session ID, I suppose. Oh my goodness, we need like all this stuff pretty much. Here, let's just do this. We'll just copy all this and we'll paste over. We can get rid of the language one again because we don't need it twice. We don't need this one twice either. Now we need to steal a cookie from ourselves. That should be pretty easy. My cookie jar is always open to you, Nate. Thank you, Nate. What are we doing here? Goodness gracious. Let me in. Just get rid of that and we'll go over here. And we'll make sure we still got an active session by refreshing the page. It's gonna be like, hey, you've been logged in for like 12 hours. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, our VM's probably powered off too. VirtualBox. Oh, even headless, it gives us that beautiful noise when it boots. I love it. Alright, we have our shell there. We have an active session. We are going to steal a cookie from this active session. In storage, cookies, Koken session. What is it called? Doody doo doo. Well, we don't have a PHP session ID. In fact, we don't have a cookie at all. I wonder if we do one of these here and just kind of do like a refresh. Here's our cookie. All right, so we're gonna take this whole big old long thing here. Goodness, we'll copy all of that into our cookie on here. And that seems like a good idea. And then down here, we need to get rid of all of that and just have the body, and then I guess we just go. I guess we just send it. Not authorized. Erg. It's giving us a cookie though. Let's try this. We'll copy this cookie and then we'll put it in here and try again. It's a little bit different of a cookie. Still getting mad. Unauthorized actions. Okay. What the Jeff? How are we gonna do this? You know what would be a good idea is to just use Burp Suite. I get in the habit of trying to pull off using Zap because yeah, I don't know why. Why not? But ultimately, should just use Burp Suite in the first place. Nothing against Zap, but Burp is a little bit more, it seems to be a little bit more refined. So we'll get an active session going here somewhere. Open up the browser. Okay. And we are visiting a web page on port 80 at 192.168.1.175, port 80. We don't want to intercept quite yet. And then let's go to admin, no, Koken, then admin. And then we'll have to log in with our super secret credentials that we stole from an email on an unsecured SMB share. Let's go ahead and sign in. Never save. Never save, never. Then we're going to be looking at some of this stuff here. Here's what I want to know. Why can't I just rename it? Edits made below will apply to all. Oh, you could change the title? Let's try that once. What happens if we do this and change it to image.php? Huh? What happens then? There's no save button. Oh, there's an edit. Download, mark, display, move to trash. How about you tell me what to do? Can't rename the file. There's an edit button here. Oh, can we do this? Slug error, edit error must contain at least one lowercase letter. Well, that's not helping. Alright. Alright, we'll intercept something here. No, I already have a browser open. What are you doing? I have an idea. I'm just gonna click all around and maybe something good will happen. Okay, we have a cookie now. Very good. So let's grab that stuff that we wanted to put in there now. We're gonna switch it over to post. And then we're gonna say everything else is good. I guess we can, yeah, let's do this here. We don't want to delete that cookie. So we'll copy all this and we're gonna get rid of everything except the cookie. And then that seems pretty decent. We have a cookie there now. Connection is closed, it's already in there. If no match, if modified. Okay, good. And then let's copy this rest of this stuff here and just throw it on there as well. Okay, let's try it. This is supposed to work. Forward that nonsense. And we didn't get any result there. Nothing happened here. Nothing happened. Or it's still loading, I guess. Let's turn intercept off. Let that load through and see what happens. Did it work? No. It's still got a different name. I mean, we have the exploit right here. It should work. What I'm curious about is how is it going to know we're talking about that file when we never tell it that file? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think something just made sense to me. On Koken CMS library, select your file and put your mouse on download file. There's gotta be like a download. Where's that? It's not the link. So somehow it's gotta work because this one is, oh, hover on this and then it tells you, okay, copy link address. It's been sitting in front of us here this whole time, I bet. Now we need to do like command equals who am I. Maybe. Let's see if that works. We put way too big of a shell on there, I think. This is expecting us to go to port 80 as well, I think. Let's try that. And intercept is turned off. Let's just copy this in here. Yeah, so that's like a reverse shell, I think. I don't think it's the type of shell we're supposed to be using. So let's actually listen to the exploit. Let's do the payload it wanted us to do. Image PHP, JPEG. Let's go to edit with Kwrite or something. Oh, because it thinks, here, we'll just do terminal. We're going to put that into image.php.jpg. Bad math expression. Not. VI image.jpg. Get rid of all this. Alright, pretty simple payload. And then let's upload that new one. We'll get rid of the old one. Failed to daemonize. Yeah, so this is like a reverse shell. So I wonder who left that behind. We're gonna delete this bad boy. Edit. Filter. Edit. Move to trash. Upload, import content. Let's get some files up in here. Complete. No. Images.php.jpg import. Alright, it is in there now. Let's try this new payload again. We could probably just send that last one. Post request to content. We're saying, hey, rename my file. And then we also have the payload in there. What was the response last time? It's like, nah dog, F you. Well, let's send this to the repeater so that we can repeat it. And then we'll send it off. And I don't know if that worked or not. Let's can we render this? Oh my goodness, what just happened? Response 302 found. Seems like it worked. It doesn't say anything about like a failure. Whoa, we have an extra file now. Could it be our file renamed? Oh, they're both called image.php.jpg now. But they have this different IDs? Same IDs? What is going on here? ID2, ID4, ID5. So this is the newest one. So this should have the new name, but it doesn't. It has the old name. Why? Hmm. You know what? This is kind of taking a crap right now. It's not really working very good. Not ideal. Let's look somewhere other than exploit database. Maybe there's... and this isn't a verified exploit either, so... maybe it doesn't work. Maybe this is a rabbit hole. Koken 2225, I think. 2224. Exploit. Packet Storm's got something for us. It's identical. It's the exact same thing that was in exploit database. So it has the same thing where it wants us to put a cookie value, wants us to go target. Oh, did I forget to change out target? Is that maybe what's going on? I guess we could have used this. Yeah, this should work. Unless... oh. Name is image.php.jpg. Okay. File name, content disposition. Let's drop it here. See if we can get it to rename. Maybe that's the secret sauce. Is it? 302 found. Okay. Refresh F5. Is there another file now? There is another file now. Is it renaming it? It is not renaming it. What on earth? What's going on here? Maybe here needs to have just image PHP, because that's what the exploit code says. Both of them just say image.php. So content disposition chunks, upload session start, max download, file name image.php. Content 7. So if this is working, I think we're uploading a new file. I don't think we're creating a file and renaming it like they let us on to believe. Yeah, we're definitely creating a new file here. So this is what's going on. This is, at least from everything that I can tell, we are just sending an API call. And then this is like our format. So if we were to rewrite this in like a JSON style format, which I don't know that we could, but the key values are like name is image PHP, chunk is 0, chunks is 1, upload session, yada yada, visibility is public, license is all, max downloads none. So we're uploading a file, right? And our file contains form data, and we're basically what we're doing here is spoofing the content type header, I think is what's going on. We're telling it it's image JPEG, but we're actually giving it a PHP extension. So we could put any PHP payload we wanted here, I believe. And let's try that. Let's try image2.php, and we'll use the interpreter, the, what's that called? Pentest monkey payload. We'll use Pentest monkey. See if that works. It's kind of like proof that we know what's going on. Although it is possible that this is too large of a payload. I'm not sure if it'll fit. Let's see. That's what she said. So just throw it in there, and then we'll run that, and we should have a new file, if that works, called image2.php. Hey, look at that. This one's called image2.php. Perfect. Now let's just use this one. As much as I like how small that other shell is, I don't. I would prefer to use just like a straight up reverse shell. Oh my gosh, come on. And it like gives you the full, I don't know what to say. It gives you like a decently interactive shell, I guess. Scan is done. Let's start up a listener. Is that the port we used? Hard to say for sure. Okay, now the next step it says is to hover over this download file and then check out the link. So we're seeing the link. We're just going to copy the link and then we'll paste it up here. Actually, we're going to navigate to that file, and then when it loads, that should trigger the reverse shell and give us access. Look at that. Who am I? www data. Export term equals X term. Now we can clear. ls. Let's do some manual enumeration here. Nothing too crazy on here. What directory? We're just on the root directory. Do we have access to the root folder? Nope. We've got some users in here. cd agi. Hey, we got some access. Looks like we might be able to go in and get like a user flag or something. So this is where the share is sourced. Wait, now that we have a user, which directory are we in? Okay, we're gonna try to switch users to AGI, and we're gonna use that password baby girl. Okay, that's not it. Who else do we got? Oh, let's try see you as Deja, and we'll try baby girl for her password there. Oh, come on. So we do see a user flag here, and we have permissions to read it, so we got user flag. That's sweet. We're not even a user, we're just well, I guess we are a user. We're www data at this point. Okay, let's fill out some notes so we don't get lost. In the exploit, we see the admin panel can be found, yada yada. According to the exploit, we should be able to reverse yada yada. Okay, we found this to be slightly incorrect. as the exploit is actually just uploading the text from, how do we say this? The correct description is that this exploit is that a payload is provided in the request with a spoofed content type header. So let's get this whole thing copied over into our notes. Web request. Here is my full payload. Here is the full content of the request I used to gain a reverse shell using the pentest monkey reverse PHP payload. What just happened? What? Frickin' Windows security. Did Windows security just eat my notes? I'm gonna be so mad. It's like, hey, we noticed that you have a pentest monkey payload in your notes. How do I get my notes back? Allowed threats, protection history, 613. There's nothing recent. So my note just like straight up vanished. What? Why did that happen? I wonder if my other box had like a virus scan going or something. This is a network share that I'm hosting notes on, and I bet my other box is like, get rid of these. We'll check that out. What the heck? Hey, the OffSec Twitch. Nice. What was I doing on here? I wanted to see if this is what's whiffing my notes. I think it did. Virus and threat protection, allowed threats, protection history, 6:28, 7:16 p.m. That seems about right. Quantified as a severe threat. PHP reverse web shell. Alright, yep, that is it. It thought that my notes were a friggin' virus. I guess that's good, right? Does that mean we're doing it right? So we're gonna add this to our exceptions list so that it doesn't keep happening, which I already did on the other one. How do we do that? How do we add an exception? DMZ, virus and threat protection, security intelligence, manage settings. Exclusions. Let's exclude a folder. See, we've already excluded that spot, so let's exclude this spot as well. FCTFs, that's the one. Okay, we should be good now. We shouldn't have to worry about that happening anymore. Is it back? It's back. Sick. Alright. Anywho, so yeah, if you're if you're studying OffSec and you lose your notes because of Windows Defender, that's a good sign. It means that you're doing a good job, right? Reverse PHP payload. Alright. We have a shell as www data. Tried to sue using known password for Deja. Didn't work. And then say got user flag. Privilege escalation. Is that how you spell that? That's not how you spell that. Is that how you go up and down with arrows? That's not how you go up and down with arrows. Tried to sue, couldn't sue, so I decided to sew instead. Alright, we're done with this. We saw Privesc vuln for Apache, I thought. Or was it for jQuery? 2.4.18. Search exploit Apache 2.4.18. Yes, we found Apache 2 control, graceful log rotate, local privilege escalation. I wonder if we could use that. Use search exploit. Let's take a look at it. 46676. Carpe diem. Apache root privilege escalation. Upload exploit to Apache server. Send request to page. Oh, I've tried to use this before. I don't like it. Not a fan of that exploit. I wasted a ton of time when I tried, and it was just, I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on it again. It's not a very good exploit. What else could we try? Let's run linpeas, I suppose. Well, let's take a look quick. We didn't look for like SSH or anything like that. Let's check for SSH files. Maybe we can just do a quick privesc. LSALT, home, Deja. Does Deja have SSH? Deja does not have an SSH directory. Who is the other user? The other user was AGI, LSALT, home, AGI. Is there SSH for AGI? There is not... It's a different share folder, though. Or was that the same one? That might have been the same one. Yeah, Deja does not have a share folder. It was the same one. Okay. Yep. We're back where we started. Let's run linpeas 192.168.1.109 port 444 linpeas.sh. Is that the syntax? Yeah. Bin bash temp linpeas sh t peas out.txt. There's a SQL server and a few other things. Sudo sgid Okay, we're pretty much at the end of it here, and I don't see a clear path forward. What does it mean? Oh, look at that. We got some DB credentials just hanging out here in a PHP file. So let's get on to the database. Well, it's definitely a finding. Found some DB creds. I don't know what we're gonna find in there though. It's gotta be something. There's no like yellow, so I always try to scroll through the linpeas and look for yellow. The yellow is usually a good sign that you'll be able to break right in. Looks like we got some more database credentials here possibly. Although this might just be like an example. dbconfig password, database password. Yeah, this might not actually be what we're looking for, but it's worth taking note of. db default password is dbconfig password. Those might not actually be credentials. It might just be the word password highlighted over and over again. I just got a little too excited about it. No password login. Possible private SSH keys were found. Well, doesn't look like an SSH key to me. rsync config. We have a couple config files. It looks like I can read them. Well, I can read the first one, not the second one. Nothing jumping out though. Everything's just kind of like normal. GDB was found in path. Got this database listening on a loopback address. Or I guess maybe the best way to say that is listening for loopback connections. The address itself I don't think is loopback. Maybe it is. Ah, yes. These might not be important questions, but these are the questions I ask myself. Nothing good. Okay. Cool. Did we try sudo L at all? Boom, 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 boom. Nope, wants a password, and I don't have one. So, I guess we'll try to get onto the database. See what we can get from there. Is there a good password in here, or was it just the word password over and over? Password, user password here. Database is Koken. Doesn't have a username. What on earth? So those are not actually DB creds. Are they? Password. The password used to connect to the database. Database, the name of the database you want to connect to. So the name of the database is Koken, and the name of the password, or I guess the password is user password here. But it's not telling us what user to use. Still no good path forward. I guess let's just play around for a little bit. Let's set like a 25-minute timer. We'll just play around for 25 minutes, and if we get stuck or if we can't move forward, then we'll figure something else out. Let's get that shell back. Sudo version is 1.8.16, Ubuntu 16.04, Wonder if we can do the sudo u pound l. Is that how to do it? Sudo u hashtag less than 128, which is, yeah, 1.8 is less than 128. I really should download the new binaries. Because I recently installed linpeas, winpeas, all that good stuff, and then Hacktricks changed the website like a day after I installed them, so I've just been using broken links. Privesc on Linux. Get OS information, check the path, any writable folders. Kernel exploits, pseudo version. Is that a 1? What character? That is a 1. Oh my gosh, I thought it was an L this whole time. How many times have I missed this Privesc because of that? Sudo -u pound -1 bin bash. Oh, it wants a password. No bueno. Get that shell back. What am I missing here? How do we Privesc checklist? Let's take a look at the checklist. It's probably not going to be, I don't know, open shell sessions. That's a good point. Maybe there's some open shell sessions. Tmux, which screen, Python C import putty pty.spawn bin bash. Alright, we have a good stable-ish shell. What am I missing here? All these folders are empty. CD to share. Is there a password on the zip file, maybe? Unzip wordpress.backup.zip. Cannot create. All right. Did we copy? I think we copied that file off. Unzip. Let's make WordPress. Move to WordPress, and then CD to WordPress and unzip WordPress. I'm not seeing anything too cool in here either. It's just like backups. cat index.php readme wp admin. It's not really giving me much here. MS users. So index would contain the version. It doesn't though. Liars. So it seems like this has got to be related somehow. Where would it store? Maybe WP settings. There's got to be some kind of like database credentials, database connection information somewhere. Let's do cat star and then we'll grep password. Show password, lost your password, password, and another password. Okay, grep for DB. There's like an option to show the file name too, but I can't remember what it is. User.php to not the not operation. Ooh, sneaky. So I just had to look up the answer because I'm a cheater pumpkin eater. And it looks like we actually found... I'm wondering why... whatchamacallem, Hacktrix, Linpeas didn't complain about this big more. USB creator is vulnerable. So in the SUID, we should see something highlighted here. Because there's actually a program running, or there's a piece of software installed with the SUID bit set. And it's not one I've seen before, but if I would have looked and read through each highlighted one, it might not be highlighted in yellow, but maybe just highlighted in red. And if I would have looked through that, I probably would have seen it. Did I look through it though? Yeah, kinda, just quickly. I didn't actually stop and look at each one. So we're looking at SUID. And it's not here. Oh, right there. Unknown SUID binary. So I guess that right there, it's too bad that it didn't show up a little bit brighter. It's even hiding right next to this here, the pseudo thing. Well, we know the path forward though. That's good. So it is PHP. That's not right. What are you doing, buddy? Which PHP? Which PHP 2. Was it 2.7 or 7.2? So now let's go on to GTFO bins and we'll find a PHP SUID escalation. LMNOP PHP SUID. So we're gonna run -r yada yada mana. Those are words, right? So the SUID bit is set, which means it runs with elevated privileges, so we don't need to sudo. 7.2, and then the options. This should get us a root shell. Hey, there it is. All right. Got one done. Very good. Oh, that's some sick ASCII art, man. Way to go. That looks nice. It's too bad we had to cheat to get this one done, huh? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So linpeas identified PHP 7.2 as having the SUID bit set. This was not immediately evident, so I had to cheat by looking up the answer on a walkthrough. And then we're gonna go ahead and give credit where credit is due. Boom, 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 boom. GTFO. Let's see. Once we saw the SUID bit, We made use of GTFO bins. And then we have a root shell. This gives us a root shell. So what was the command I had to run? Bash user bin php 7.2, and then it was like -r something or another. -r and this other good stuff here. I suppose if I knew PHP, I would know what that says. There we go. Alright, we got another one done. Just in time for just in time to spend some time with my family before we start the stream tonight. So if you caught this on YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we appreciate you joining us on Discord in the Work Smarter Discord. Meet with us once a week to discuss your goals and hold each other accountable. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.